Hey, my name's Rick. Merry Christmas. It's going to be a white Christmas, if you know what I mean, because it's been snowing a lot.
Yeah.
And I make men soft.
Not because of semen.
I'm here with my co-host, Adam.
Hello.
And Steph.
Happy holidays, nerds.
I want to start out with sad news. Rob Reiner, legendary director and actor. It sounds like some crazy stuff happened. We lost him, and who's the other guy? Green.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
The bad guy from The Mask.
Yeah. Peter
Green.
Yeah. Was it Peter Green? Can't remember.
I don't know. He was a good actor. He was a good bad guy.
He was in a lot. He was in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, he was in a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
He definitely had the mafia face.
Yeah.
But Rob Reiner, tragically, sounds like he was murdered by his son. Haven't heard much about that. I'd like to say my favorite Rob Reiner film, and we tend to been talking about Stephen King a lot the last probably month or two, is Stand By Me. One of my favorites of all time. I think I watched it 100 times when I was a kid. I just hated the part where they were like eating pie and puking all over each other. Other than that, great movie because it was, these back in the 80s and 90s, I can go wandering around and nobody would wonder where I was at. And that's kind of like what it reminds me of. They just be walking down the tracks and stuff like that.
That's basically what it was.
I don't even remember the premise of it. It's just, I've seen it a billion times. I don't know. What's you guys got any great movies? Also, loved Meathead too, and All in the Family.
Rob Reiner had a good run through the 90s. He had a really good run. He did Spinal Tap. He did one of my favorites, Princess Bride.
Well, those are all 80s movies.
Huh?
Those
was
are
the
all
80s? Maybe it was the 80s he was running.
Yeah, good run. Then he started naming 80s movies.
Was that 80s? I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, it's 80s.
Bride was 86 because Andre the Giant died soon after.
Oh. Well, in any case, he had some pretty outstanding movies. So sad to see him go. But yeah, I mean, he nailed it. He had quite the career. Yeah, bummer about what happened though, because I mean, his son has been arrested in connection with it. Nothing else has really come out of that. So I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, I guess there was something. I saw something about he got into an argument with his mom, who was also tragically killed. What was her name? It was Michelle. Oh, I'm trying to blank on the last name. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, I guess he got in an argument with his mom at some party they were at earlier, and then the next day they found Rob Reiner and his wife dead. So that's really
he had
unfortunate.
some substance abuse issues. He's been homeless. He was in his first rehab when he was 15.
Wow.
So he's had, I mean, he's been around Hollywood. Rob Reiner, definitely a big deal in Hollywood. So, and Hollywood will eat you alive. So
yeah,
I can't imagine what would cause you to do that to your family.
He's made a lot of cameos in a lot of things. I was just looking at he always inserted himself into small parts that I didn't even realize. But I agree, Princess Bride was a great movie. And
he had a good one, New Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't mention Misery.
Dad? Oh,
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I know Misery. I've never seen it, to be honest.
I thought you were talking about it a lot. Or was it me talking about it?
I think I was talking about how it was one of my top want to watch movies, and I just have never gotten around to actually watching it. But I mean, I know the premise. I know it's parodied so much, and I'm I should really sit down and just watch this someday because you got the legends. You got James Caan and God, what's her face? Why do I always draw blanks on names like this? Kathy Bates. Yeah,
who is one of my favorite actors. But he did, Harry Met Sally. It's something you always hear about.
Yep.
I mean, when you talk about, I guess, romance movies, that's like one of the top ones that always gets brought up. A Good Few Men, or A Few Good Men. Why did I say A Good Few Men? A Few Good Men, Tom Cruise and I think Jack Nicholson. You can't handle the truth. I remember I went to the theater and seen that too. And I was 10 and I knew it was a good movie.
Yeah. Again, just so many great movies came out of him. So, and I know he did a cameo in 30 Rock. That was a lot of fun. He seemed like he was a really fun guy and like a really, really just knew what he was doing as far as just being a director goes. And you didn't really see much from him in the past, 15 years or so?
Yeah. There's this movie that came out in 94. I'm looking at it now called North. And I remember when that came out. It was this kid that was like, I think he like divorced his parents or something like that and just started traveling around the world. Elijah Wood. It was like Elijah Wood when he was like a kid. I don't know how old he was in that.
I feel like I remember that. I at least remember the concept of it. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
But I'd say Rob Schneider had a role in our childhoods for sure.
Oh, for sure.
If
Absolutely.
nothing else. I know I used to watch All in the Family with my grandpa.
Yeah.
And he was. I think if you watched All in the Family, if you watched him in All in the Family, you could tell he'd be a Trump hater.
That's fair to say.
Yeah. Any final words about Rob Reiner or Peter Green?
It's just a tragic loss, and we'll see, what comes of it. And I'm curious, like, what the background is going to be and what they find out.
Yep. So we'll have to follow that story closely.
So going off of Stephen King, the final episode of It came out, and oh my God, this was, I don't know, I loved it. Definitely started off rocking.
Yep.
I'm glad some kids survived. Of course they had to, because they're the parents of, a couple of them are the parents of next generation. I really think they're probably going to do a prequel to The Shining with Dick Harlan, because they really highlighted him, I feel like, at the end there.
Yep.
And highlighted that he was going to go, work at a hotel in the kitchen and stuff like that. So that would be cool to see. I know they're building on the Stephen King universe. Apparently the second season of Castle Rock came out. I got to watch the first season because that's a big Stephen King universe one. So I'm wondering if they're really connecting that as well. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they start connecting some of these properties, because they're doing The Dark Tower again, and I think they're making it a series. I forget who it was that's doing it, but they are trying The Dark Tower again, which is a linchpin in the Stephen King universe. So it's unfortunate the movie apparently was not very good. But the last episode was pretty great. I was I was thrilled by it. There were some pretty emotional moments in there. Richie coming running back and giving Pennywise the finger was probably like the highlight of that episode.
That was cool when Pennywise was frozen.
Yeah.
That
was terrifying.
Very cool scene. And then he bit off what's his name's face.
Yeah, James Remar bit off his face.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
Yeah, I mean, when I was watching it, I went through like the roller coaster of emotions. Literally, I'm sitting there and like, this was by far their best episode, and I didn't know how they were going to end it. I felt like they started out the season really strong, and then it kind of like dragged along. And then now it came full circle. It was fantastic. But when Richie came out, I just started like, tears were like streaming down my face. And then at the funeral, same thing. I was just crying. It was emotional. And like to have Dick come up, and when he's talking to his parents and he's like, he's always with you. I was like, oh God, you guys, this is supposed to be a horror show and I'm crying. This is, you did a great job.
Yeah. Well, and they made the reveal that Maggie is, what's his name? Margie. I think they call him whatever. Margie. That she is the mother of was it Mike Tozier, the one played by Finn Wolfhard in the It movies?
It's Rich. She names him after Richie.
Rich Tozier. Okay. God, I'm all off
get it
tonight.
right.
dude, I'm fucking up tonight.
Well, there
Whatever.
was a lot
Just
to
ignore me.
connect to. I didn't really
There was.
follow all that really close. I was just trying to enjoy the show, and I'll probably go back and see where everything connects. I didn't want to get too far into it because I just wanted to enjoy the show without going into that rabbit hole, even though I did connect a couple stuff on the way, I did some stuff just kind of came up on my feeds and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did look into it after I watched the episode because I was trying to remember all the story from it because it chapter 2 came out so long ago at this point. I know it's like 5 years, but it's a long time ago. But I guess, so Will Hanlon, who is the father of Mike Hanlon from the It movies, he apparently dies in between Welcome to Derry and the first It movie. So Leroy, who was his dad, was Will's dad, raised Mike. So interesting that, like, for some reason I remembered it being Mike's dad that was in the movie, but apparently it was his grandpa, who was the one we know from the army. But like, there's a lot of rich history in there. So I was trying to see if there were any other connections. I was trying to see if the one girl, kind of the main girl, was in fact Beverly's mom, but that's not the case. So I think the only real connections were Margie and Will Hanlon, because the other girl that Will was in love with, she doesn't even show up in the movie. She might show up in the book or something, but she doesn't show up in the movies at all. So I was trying to kind of figure out who and where everything was connected. I did like the tag at the end, though. The tag at the end with the old lady.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Came full circle.
When she walked out, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was his daughter, for a second, and then I saw her face, and I'm like, why does that look familiar? And then going into the hospital room, I was like, oh, I know you. You're creepy.
Yeah.
That was definitely great, and kind of is getting us excited for what's to come next and how they're going to play it off. But Margie's the revelation, and Adam, I think I kind of brought it up to you before because I think Rick, you were sleeping and I didn't want to keep blowing up your phone. But I was confused as Margie brings up, oh, well, he time doesn't mean anything to him, so he sees the future, the present, and the past.
Everything's
so he can go
now.
back, and can he kill people to erase the future?
So I guess that's the premise of the next 2 seasons. So the next 2 seasons have been greenlit. So season 2 and season 3. Season 2 will take place in 1935. Season 3 will take place in 1908. So he's basically like, okay, cool, I got killed in whatever the year was that chapter 2 happened. So he's going back to... So he went back to 1950, whatever it was, for the first season of Welcome to Derry. He went back then and he tried to stop the kids, or tried to kill the kids who were the parents of the kids who kill him. Mm-hmm. And he failed there. So now I guess he's going back to 1935 and he's going to try to kill those kids and so on and so forth. So he is trying to affect the future. This is what Andy Muschietti, I can't pronounce his name, that's what he said, that basically the next seasons are going to be about. And he didn't want to say anything till the last episode aired because he wanted it to be kind of like, holy shit, this is where this is going. So it'll be cool. It'd be cool to see, because there's actually stakes in this, Yeah,
and I really like the timepiece aspect of it, and I really enjoy when it's not just modern day movies. The clothing, the set pieces. I guess maybe I'm getting old because I have a better appreciation for that stuff now. Mm-hmm. So it'll be cool how they adapt that to the 1930s and beyond. But yeah, the thing about Pennywise or the Deadlights is this is not a monster, and I know we've watched it, before, and probably the original. This is not a monster that can be sympathized with. You know what I mean? Like most movie, TV monsters you can find some sympathy with. I mean, unless you're talking Evil Dead and stuff like that. But I mean, this is just, they just made him really brutal in this. Sometimes went a little too far. Sometimes, uh, you know, it just felt just right. And that's what I wanted. I wanted, when he, at the beginning, when he ripped off the principal's head, I was just like, yeah, that's the stuff right there. That is good. I really like that. And then he had the blood on him I don't know if that's blood or what, but
Yeah.
he had the blood on him like the whole time. The makeup was just fantastic for that. I wonder what that must have been like to put that on, because it had to be perfect. There couldn't be any streaks or anything,
Yeah, there was there's no way to sympathize with him. I mean, if Disney ever gets their hands on the property, they'll probably try, because that's what they do. Call it Pennywise, the misunderstood. And but yeah, so I hope that never happens. But yeah, I agree with you. Like the fact that he was just so evil, like no conscience, no hesitation. He's like, I'll murder you. I mean, when he was driving his little trailer, his little circus trailer, and he's like blowing the horn and he's putting his foot on the little pedal or whatever it was, and the little hand is moving. Like he cut off some kid's hand and was using it to move his goddamn cart. Like he's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I know you guys had said like this is one that I probably won't like, but this was definitely my favorite. It wasn't super gory.
I thought he was creepy at the beginning. I thought you wouldn't like him because it was right after that scene. I was like, oh, Steph's ain't gonna like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I'm pretty sure that came on and I was like, nope. And so you are correct. I was sitting there and I'm just like, nope. But then as it went forward, like I kind of got over that, because I think the makeup and the costumes were so great and they did such a good job piecing it all together that I was like, okay, like it's fake stuff. It's not real. But when he was frozen, that was terrifying.
Yeah. Well, with him using the principal as a puppet, that was just like really fucked up way to start the episode.
Yeah.
But I think the reason it's so good and why I like it better than Stranger Things, because I think there's a lot of similarities. I think Stranger Things probably took a lot from it.
Oh, 100%.
Even though we kind of talked about some background, I told you about some background from Stranger Things. I really feel like these kids are not going to survive. I really feel like nobody's going to survive. I don't feel like that. I'm like, yeah, they're going to survive. They're going to get out of there. I'm just like, all these kids are going to be murdered. There is not, and they're going to be murdered brutally, and they're going to be tortured. Like, it's like the stakes are so high in a show like it. And it's like, that's what's been missing from movies. When you watch Star Wars and watch Luke Skywalker fighting Darth Vader, you did not think Luke Skywalker can beat Darth Vader. You know what? He couldn't. That's what's been missing in storytelling is there is no stakes. You think that you think people are gonna survive and the bad guy's gonna die. When I'm watching it, I'm like, nobody's gonna survive this, and I'm on the edge of my seat watching.
I didn't think those kids were gonna make it. At least not all of them. I mean, sure, we lost one, but I thought more of those kids would end up dying.
I mean, the first episode, there was a massacre of children. So you're like, everybody's dying. This is what it is. I don't get attached to any characters, although I did, of course, get attached to the one that died. He's my favorite. And
rest in peace, Richie.
I know, that broke me, but you're right. Like, you're just like, nobody's gonna survive. This is just what it is, and that's a great story. I'm sorry. I know it's morbid, but it is.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that they're doing the whole idea that was revealed in the last episode of he's going back in time, not really going back in time, but he knows what happens in the future. So he's trying to manipulate the events. Like, that adds to the stakes, because even though characters share a last name with characters we've seen in movies taking place in a more future time, it doesn't mean they're safe. For all we know, they could go off, kill the ancestors in the third season, and then reboot the entire It series with new characters. Or movies with new characters. We don't know what their plan is.
That's what I'm wondering if they're going to do. I mean, it's genius. You keep making money off of it.
And they could do it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And I sent you guys that interview with Bill Skarsgård, where he's talking about working with child actors, and Jack Dylan Grazer is a great actor. He was in Shazam. He's like talking about how he's like in his face laughing, and Jack looked really scared. And then when they yelled cut, Jack's like, "Wow, that was really good, really good. That was nice." He's like, "That's wonderful, mate." You know,
Yeah.
it's just that because Bill Skarsgård like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, that was great."
Yeah, that's so awesome. And I love that kind of thing, you know? And one thing that we haven't talked about in all the episodes where we've talked about Welcome to Derry is that intro sequence with that song and everything, and like the very 50s style animations and everything. It's so good, and I love watching it. And I feel like HBO has like figured out the secret sauce to those, because I mean they had Peacemaker, which had the amazing intro, because I always used to skip intros. Then Peacemaker had theirs and I watched it every time. Welcome to Derry did the same thing, and I like, and that song, I walk around singing that fucking song, and I love it so much. It's so good. I'm going to download it on Spotify.
I do not listen to that song.
Oh, I love it.
It's creepy. I don't like it.
And did you know Aladdin is a producer on it?
Like the Aladdin? From
The
Disney?
voice of Aladdin. A
Oh,
whole new world, Aladdin.
it's like,
He's a producer. He like produces apparently like horror movies and stuff like that.
I
Nah,
was like, Aladdin's not real. But yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I'm like, Rick, are you
Well,
okay?
okay,
Do
maybe.
he's
we
talking
need to-
about he like wished that he can be a movie producer.
Yeah.
That's one we missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, but yeah, Welcome to Derry is concluded. Who knows when we'll see season 2? It'll probably be in like 5 or 6 years. And we'll forget all about this and have to go back and rewatch it.
Absolutely.
That's what they do with these shows. But it was fantastic beginning to end. I think the second episode was probably the slowest for me, but it was all good.
Yeah. I didn't mind it at all. Moving on, a Supergirl trailer came out.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna pull it up. If this thing, oh, why does it do that?
There was a
What
lot
the
of me in
heck?
that.
Yeah, I kept trying to pull it up and it kept going to that. It's like, what's your problem? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Supergirl
Oh, hey, yeah,
trailer
Supergirl's
came
trailer.
out. I have it on mute, so we can't really hear it. I think we're allowed to like watch it if it's
Yeah.
on mute.
Well, yeah.
It starts out with Crypto. Obviously, she's hungover from a long night of, horn.
Debauchery.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know any of this.
Well, it looks like she's like jumping planets, partying. I'm guessing that she's kind of dealing with the trauma of losing Krypton.
Because the
That's probably
yellow
part of
sun
it.
doesn't let her get drunk. So she
Yeah.
has to go to other planets, which that's pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely a Guardians of the Galaxy feel with James Gunn. I mean,
I
just
felt that
watching the
too.
set pieces looks Guardians of the Galaxy,
Mhm.
And the poster actually had a Guardians of the Galaxy feel to it
Yeah.
as well. And
Well-
I think I am pretty excited about this. I really like the actress. I do like that it's not on Earth. I think something a little different will be good. And I am very excited for a new Supergirl because I feel like the original was a classic for me. Even though I haven't seen that in a long time. Oh no, what happens to Crypto? I hope nothing happens. You leave Crypto alone.
Yeah. I saw the trailer and like I think I kind of pieced together basically what it is, because it's Kara growing up and she lost Krypton because she's older than Clark is. So
Right. Yeah, she's aware.
yeah, she lost her whole planet. Like Clark never knew his planet. She lost everything, and I think that kind of turned her into a very jaded, angry hero, we'll call it. But I think it's going to be that like turn from her going into like sad, angry cousin of Superman into Supergirl, the hero that we know and love. I feel like that's going to happen. We only get a small glimpse of Lobo, played by Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
but I'm excited for that because I think that'll be awesome because James Gunn is pretty true to the characters. So
I feel like that Supergirl character and Lobo will really play off each other.
I think they will.
The way this Supergirl character is set up, I could really see her and Lobo like forming like a deep friendship or something, kind of a Wolverine Jubilee type of friendship.
Well, and I can see the idea of I can't tell if they're after the girl that she's kind of with in the trailer and like the bounty hunters are after her or if they're after Supergirl. But I feel like that's kind of what the premise is they're on the run from the bounty hunters for the most part. So we'll kind of see. Yeah, we'll kind of see how that plays out and what happens. And from what I understand, I think there's something they say in the trailer about 2023 being a good year or something like that. So I think this is taking place right before the events of the new Superman movie that came out this past summer. And so when she shows up at the end of Superman, I think that was her like after coming back from it. I think. I don't know that for sure. I might have misheard them, but I thought it was taking place before the events of Superman. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I am excited for it, though. I do love Millie Alcock. She's really good.
I do not.
You don't like her? She was great.
I fell in love with her in House of the Dragon, and the first, 2 episodes or something like that.
Yeah.
You really fell in love with her, and then they switched up the actors, which I really didn't like. I really liked the younger ones that were there.
Yeah. She was great. There was a show with Julianne Moore. God, what was it? I watched Sirens. Yeah, I watched that. She was pretty good in that one too.
That's where I didn't like her. That's the only thing I know her from. I just did not like her. I thought the acting was not great.
Well, was she younger?
Yeah. No, this was like last
she was a
year.
Child.
She's got yeah. I was going to say, she's just got this cuteness about her.
On a child. I mean, I don't know. She might not be a great actor, but I really liked her in House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I didn't see House of the Dragon, so I cannot comment on that. But
you should watch it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I still got to catch up. That might be part of my Christmas break is catching up on that.
After Fallout.
That good segue into Fallout starts tomorrow.
Today.
We love Fallout.
No. It came out today.
Fallout lovers here. Huh?
They came out today. It came out at 8:00.
It came out today? Oh, did you watch it yet? I thought
I haven't watched it. So it was supposed to, and then yesterday they were like, hey, surprise, we're releasing it a day early. So after we're done with this podcast, I'm going to go watch the first episode.
I'm not watching it today, but
I'm going to watch the first episode today. That's all I got time for.
Yeah. Did they drop the whole thing?
I don't know. I don't know that. They did for season 1. I don't know if they did that for season 2.
I mean, if there's if they drop the whole thing, we might have to do a mini episode.
Right.
Like before, like this weekend or something.
So I was trying to watch season 1 to remind myself of everything that happened. They at least did a good job of getting this out pretty quickly. After season 1, I think it was like a year and a half. Not even.
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half. Yeah, it was like, I would say it was like April or May of like 2024 it came out, the first season. But I was rewatching it, and it is still such a fantastic show. And I realized as I'm watching it the second time, I was kind of picking up on some more of the themes. And what's her face? God, I'm drawing blanks on names all night. But the main girl, she's going through the hero's journey. It's just a really much more fucked up hero's journey. Because her mentor, because every hero needs a mentor, is the Ghoul.
Ella Purnell.
I know the actress. I couldn't remember the character's name. Lucy, that's right. Lucy McLean. I should remember that because of Die Hard. But in any case, the Ghoul is her mentor in that. And it doesn't seem like it at first because he's kind of a dick to her. He used her as bait. He cut off her finger, tried to sell her organs. So they go through that whole thing. But at the same time, he was teaching her how to survive in the wasteland. And when she kind of came out the other side of all that and became better and stronger, towards the end of season 1, that's when they decide to partner up to go to New Vegas because they're going to be journeying together. So you kind of saw New Vegas, baby. I'm so excited for that. My favorite Fallout game, New Vegas, and they're remastering it. I'm super excited about that. But
that'd be great.
But I did catch a couple of those themes in there that I missed the first time around. But the ghoul is definitely her mentor, and he's teaching her very harsh lessons, but it's the kind of lessons you would need in the Fallout wasteland.
The gabagool. Steph, you got anything to say about Fallout? I know your boyfriend likes Fallout.
I don't know anything about it, so
You'll have to watch with Steve.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. That might be one that he tried to get me into, and I just couldn't.
It was a little gruesome at times.
It wasn't. It was not. If you could watch it, and yeah, I'm sure you could watch Fallout. You'll be okay.
I think I want to say the first episode is probably the most gruesome of the Fallout episodes, because there's the whole thing that happens inside the vault where like the big battle breaks out between the vault dwellers and the raiders. And they have like that big fight, and the one girl gets like a fork stabbed through her eye. It was awesome.
Maybe I did see a couple episodes of it. Is it like a little girl that's tagging along with a guy?
No.
There's like zombies.
I don't think so.
No, Fallout is like 1960s. If
it was like an alternate reality, of like the A-bomb dropped on.
What am I thinking of? The one it had Ron Swanson in it. He was gay.
Oh,
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, that's that. See, thought that was Fallout. So yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No.
Yeah.
No, Last of Us are very much upset. Let's not talk about The Last of Us. Season 1, okay. Season 2, now on to something else Steph is interested in. Street Fighter.
Street
I don't
Fighter.
know. You've seen these posters. I think they are hella cheesy. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be good because I do like my comic book movies a little slapstick, a little comic book movie. That's why I do have appeal to DC, because it does feel a bit comic booky. But I don't know. People are like really excited about this. I think it doesn't look good. We have Noah. Well,
I don't know, man.
I was gonna go through. You want to go before?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm in my own head right
Noah
now.
Santinio. I don't know who he is. It's Ken. Ryu, like this. This doesn't look like a Ryu to me. Andrew Koji. I don't know. I'm just David. Okay, what? This guy was Polka Dot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where are you getting this?
I know. No, finish. Go through. I'll give my thoughts at the end.
Lena Ling as Chun-Li.
I'm okay with this.
I don't know. I was looking at that. I was like, who is that supposed to be? Because that does not look like Chun-Li to me.
It's a little like Chun-Li.
Jason Momoa, who apparently is going to show up on our screen a lot as Blanca. Actually looks pretty good. I do like this.
Agreed.
I do like this.
Approved.
50 Cent. Now this is as Balrog. I don't know why 50 Cent. I don't know. I guess they're trying to make it game accurate. Cody Rhodes, my guy is Guile. It looks really cheesy. I mean, you can make it a little more realistic because the hair is just so long.
Right.
I mean, this is he's what's his name? Dawson. He's been he was always one of my favorite characters to play. Underrated character. So I actually like this. E Honda. Yeah, I guess you just need a sumo wrestler, right? Like, can't go wrong with that. And Zangief, Oliver Richter, he's a big, like, Belgian bodybuilder. Vega looks pretty good. Orville Peck. Joe Alexander Volkanovsk. I think he's a fighter, ain't he? I don't know who that is.
I have no idea. One of them's a YouTube star of some type. I don't
know. Eric Andre for some reason. I like Eric Andre, so it may be good. This I don't get. Why is Andrew Schultz in this?
That's the guy I was thinking of. He's the YouTube star.
Well,
and apparently he's already apparently he's already taken a lot of shit.
Comedian.
Is he? I don't know.
A podcast, but
maybe that's what I was thinking of.
I really like this.
I like that too.
Ask me what this is.
Cammy, Cammy, you're beautiful.
I do approve of Cammy. And I think this one looks pretty good too.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Which everybody's been waiting for Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns to be in the same movie. So.
Yep. So
right, I'll let you speak. You had a lot to say.
I do have some things to say. The M. Bison character played by David Dishmalek, whatever, however you pronounce his name. Distalishimus, whatever.
Yeah.
Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
Interesting casting choice. Yeah. Interesting casting choice.
So much more.
Yeah. And I know he's been in some like really good stuff too.
He's been a relevant character in a lot of movies, and I just call him Polka Dot Man, who's pretty irrelevant character.
Because Polka Dot Man was probably like one of the best characters ever. So
he was great.
But interesting choice for him. With all the other like wrestlers and stuff in this, I'm surprised they didn't bring in John Cena to do it. I think he would have been a really good M. Bison. He's got a tough act to follow though with Raul Julia. I mean, how do you beat that? He was the best.
That's true.
Guile, why did they go with the hair like that? Why did they have to do that? Like, I know you're trying to be like as accurate to the games as possible, but it looks stupid as fuck. Like,
where was that at? Sorry, I was looking for that. If I'm making you dizzy, I apologize. Yeah, it was a little too cheap. Like everything else, good.
Yeah,
the hair is just a little too much.
No, yeah, just do a little high and tight. The only reason they made the hair like that in the game was just because it was an 8-bit fucking game in the beginning, and they just needed to, kind of have some kind of accent to it. And they probably thought that's what American soldiers look like. But in any case, it looks ridiculous. Now, one of the casting choices, the guy who plays Dalsum, I'm sure he's a great actor, but I would have really loved to have Kumail Nanjiani play him instead. Because did you ever watch the Pete Holmes Street Fighter red tape videos?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, I'll send that to you. So Kumail Nanjiani plays Dalsum in it. It's so goddamn funny. Like, you've seen Pete Holmes stuff. He's pretty good. But he's like sitting there and he's like, okay, he's like, so your special powers are yoga, and you want to be a fighter here? And he's like, yes. He's like, I do the yoga. And he's like, okay, so like, what part of your fighting style is yoga? He's like, well, sometimes I breathe fire on people. And he's like, okay, what yoga do you practice? He's going through this whole thing. It's so funny. I'll have to send you that video. But I think he played an awesome Dalsum, even though it was played for laughs. But I think Joel McHale did Guile in those videos too, and that was pretty good.
That'd be pretty good. Steph, what did you think looking at that?
I probably won't watch it. It's not really my thing.
I don't think it'll be your thing.
I don't think so. I'm going to watch it, but when it's streaming and free.
I'm at this point. I'm thinking it's going to be bad, so I'm going to hate watch it. But I hope to be pleasantly surprised.
Right.
Because, some of these choices, maybe they'll grow on me. Maybe it's an acquired taste where, like, you see the trailer and all that stuff, and you're like, oh, that looks shit. And then you watch and it's actually pretty good. I can't name a movie. Maybe Napoleon Dynamite. I can't really name a movie. Actually, Napoleon Dynamite I really wanted to see. I can't name a movie where it's like, oh, this looks like shit, and then it was good.
You know what movie did that for me was Super Troopers. And I was pleasantly surprised. Like, the trailers, I was like, this looks stupid. And then I watched the movie, and it became one of my favorite comedies of all time. They did a really bad job with the trailers for that movie, though. I'll say that. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough to be worse than the Street Fighter movie we got back in the 90s with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia, who was the only good part of that movie. And it was his last movie, sadly. But yeah, it's almost going to be bad in a way that it actually tried, whereas like the Street Fighter from the 90s looked like they didn't really try that hard. They were just kind of like, yeah, whatever, make a movie, go ahead.
Yeah.
I think it's the effort says something about
I
like
feel like
how
they
bad
had
a
some
movie actually is.
potential because the way everything looked in that was good.
Mhm.
To tell you the truth, is just shit movie.
Yeah, it came out to be really, really bad.
Yeah,
It didn't make any sense,
right.
but whatever. I guess I'll watch it when it comes out on streaming. I'm not going to waste money going to the theater to see it.
I canceled my stubs. The movie theater here, I don't know if you've been in an AMC or anything recently. It really needs a deep clean. And movies are not a comfortable experience anymore. I have a bed and a projector in my basement, and I can just lay there, not be bothered by other people, not be bothered by children that shouldn't be in a horror movie or something like that. And everything's coming out early. If I really want to watch it, I could pay $20.
Mhm.
Uh, $20 is what I paid for AMC stubs, and I never used it half the time. So it's
Right.
probably like one movie a month, if anything. If I was to do that, like I'll pay $20 to watch it. So with the early releases, so I'm done going to theaters. I don't need it. I would like to go to that, what's it called in Vegas, the big
Oh,
thing,
the Dome.
the Dome. I would like
Yeah.
to go to that.
That would be pretty cool. We go to Marcus Theaters, which is down the street in Gurnee for us, and we go there. I like the theater; it's pretty nice. And then the AMC that's over in the remote area of Vernon Hills, as we learned, Vernon Hills is remote. That one's pretty nice. I really like that one. It's attached to the mall, but they keep it pretty clean. But I just don't ever have time to go to the movies anymore. I go like if I really, really want to see something, then we'll go. But there's nothing that like I sit there and I'm like, yeah, it's like I can wait for this.
My buddy Justin, he is a movie buff. He has seen almost 250 movies this year in the theater. He has like one of those passes because there's a movie theater right next to our bar, and so he just goes like there's like midnight showings. So he's like, we got to get out of here so I can make it like some of the ones that he really wants to see. But he'll just go and he'll watch like 3 movies in a day and just bounce from one to the next.
To live that life.
Yeah. I mean, if the theater's good, I know there's good theaters out here. I'm just not. I went to one in Portland earlier this year because I happened to be in Oregon, and all the like it was all foam. Like the covers were like ripped off of like all the seats. There wasn't a good seat in the house, and that's why I'm like, and that was in Portland, a bigger city. Was it Portland? Yeah, it was in Portland.
Some pretty ratchet shit right there.
There's probably not too many theaters unless I go to Indy. I know there was one I went to remember that Nutcracker that came out a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago or something like that. We took my child to see that. I think that's kind of a forgotten movie by now. It didn't get good reviews, but we went and seen that. I didn't think it was too bad. But also they had these lovely recliners, and it was a very comfortable experience. And the screen was like a wraparound. I don't think it was an IMAX, so it was just a really good theater. But I mean, unless I go to Indy or Chicago, I'm probably not gonna go to the theater.
Yeah, like Chicago, we have all the recliners where like you just hit the button and it goes back. But I have a serious question for you since you mentioned Portland. Did you go and visit any of the Twilight sets or no?
No, where they filmed The Shining was there too, and I didn't go visit that. So
you really missed an opportunity here to see glitter vampires.
I was there to learn yoga. I didn't really do anything but learn yoga. I had one day where I went to see a waterfall, and I seen a movie.
You had time to go see a movie, but you didn't have time to go check out the Twilight Mecca. I get it. I see where your priorities are.
Where is it at? I don't know.
Plus, I mean, it's based out of
Twilight. That's not Twilight.
Like Rick would know that.
I gotta go see where Jake was in love with the baby. I gotta go see where they did that.
See, you know enough.
Did I say it right though?
Yeah.
Was that his name? Jake? Okay.
Yeah.
That's because I
He
used to be
acts like he
married to
doesn't know people.
somebody
He
who loved
knows.
Twilight.
He knows you secretly love Twilight.
He knows. He knows. I really don't really know much. I did meet 2 of the Twilight actors though at Comic-Con. Oh, 3 of them.
Which
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
sure they had a lot to say.
Yeah,
No.
they're all right. The one
Yeah.
girl is hot. Anyways, moving on. Christmas episode. So I guess we're discussing Christmas. So Christmas
Try to be
shows.
excited.
I know.
Christmas
Jeez, it's
movies.
almost Christmas.
I
I
There's
guess
a
we'll
lot
talk
of-
about Christmas.
This is the 3rd year in a row we're discussing Christmas movies.
Yeah.
How much more
to.
can
I
you
mean-
say about it?
Christmas
Hey.
happens every year.
There's some new movies that came out. None of them became any of our favorites, but there's some new ones that came out.
Well, like I was telling Steph before the show, there really hasn't been many classic. I'm not talking like raunchy comedy or romance stuff with like tits and ass in it. I'm talking, Elf and Christmas Vacation, White Christmas, classic
there wasn't-
movies that you can watch with your family and it feels Christmassy. And there hasn't. Red One did come out. Did that come out last year?
I think that was
Red
last
one?
year.
That was pretty good, but it still wasn't like Christmassy. And then they had the Dear Satan with Jack
Oh.
Black.
The
Oh,
Dear
yeah.
Pretty
Santa,
good
but
too.
yeah.
Was it good? I
But
want to
it's
watch
not
that
a-
one.
No, don't. It was
It's
so
on
bad.
Paramount.
I
I
watched
trust.
it.
I trust Rick more than you on this one.
Okay, well,
It was
I watched
okay.
it.
I just have a thing for Jack Black, comedy wise, not sexually.
I watched it last Thanksgiving and I fell asleep and I was like, this movie is not great at all. Steve watched it too. There were moments that were funny, but for the most part, it was like, it was trying too hard. That's what it was. It was just trying too hard to be funny. And Jack Black, I think Jack Black is funny and I just did not find him amusing in this one. I was like, he's trying to, it tried too hard. And I didn't like it.
Yeah. No, there hasn't been anything that's really a timeless classic like that. You're like, this is what I'll watch for the rest of my life. Like every Christmas, we need to watch this. There's not that many movies that I do that with where I'm like, I got to check it off the list. But Christmas Vacation, White Christmas, Elf, Christmas Story. Well, Christmas Story is hit or miss sometimes for me. I could watch it. I could not watch it.
Christmas Day. Christmas Day, I'm watching Christmas. After we open presents, we're watching Christmas Story.
Yeah. Did you watch the new one? Did it come out last year, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was okay. It was kind of
All right.
it was one of those remember when type of movies.
Yeah, sure. My only problem with A Christmas Story is that he's supposedly telling the story of like his best Christmas. But like, if you watch that, that's pretty fucked up because his Christmas, like he got shit on the whole time. Like failed a paper he tried really hard at. Everybody told him his
Red Ryder BB gun.
and then he does exactly
shot
what
his
everyone
eye
says he's
out.
going to do and shot his eye out.
No, an icicle fell and landed
Sure.
on his eye, and then then he stepped on his glasses.
And then
you
he
can tell I probably watched this movie before.
And then he drops the F-bomb in front of his dad and he's made to eat soap and everything. Santa kicks him down a slide. Like this was not, I don't feel like this was a very good Christmas for him, but he's talking about it like it's his best. So like, I want to know what his worst Christmas was. I want to see that story because that's got to be pretty fucked up.
I mean, I guess on that, what's your worst
That Christmas
Christmas?
Story 2 didn't do too well.
No, it did not.
Neither
I didn't even
did
know that
My
existed
Summer-
until like a couple
My
years
Summer
ago.
Story or something like that.
No.
They did try
I-
a couple sequels.
I had my buddy Justin, the movie buff. He asked me last week. He's like, "Have you seen Four Christmases?" And I was like, "Yeah, I really like that movie. Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon, can't go wrong." He's like, "I watched it for the first time." He's like, "And I actually found it very delightful." And I think it's very up to date with like the way a lot of families are. You know, you have multiple families to go to with divorces and remarriage or getting remarried and everything. And it's like you're just bouncing from one to the next to the next to the next. And it's like you have 4 Christmases in one day. No, thank you. Adam, I think you guys kind of have something similar like that, right?
We've scaled it back a little bit, but we were very adamant about this because my wife comes from a family of divorce. So there's two sets of parents that we have to go see for her. And then we've got our family. So Christmas Eve, we spend with her mom. Christmas Day, we spend with our family. But so like, it's a lot because Christmas morning, we wake up, our kids open their presents, we do all the stuff. They take a quick nap, and then we head off to my cousin's house, and then we go celebrate Christmas with the rest of our family there. Usually the day after that, the 26th, we take off of work so that we can spend the day. But my parents come by and bring us our presents because they don't want us to open them at our cousin's house. And then somewhere, either the weekend before or the weekend after, we go see my wife's dad, and then we spend an entire day of Christmas over at their place. So it's a lot of Christmas, and that's why it's so much. It's so much, and it's hard. But you know what? It won't always be like this. Eventually, people are going to die, and we'll be good.
Oh my gosh.
Four Christmases is actually pretty good. Vince Vaughn, you can't go wrong with. Katie Mixon was in it, and it's like, what happened to her? Because she was big in like the early 2010s, and kind of just disappeared.
I gotta look her up.
Yeah, I got to look this up too.
I did like that Tim McGraw and Dwight Yoakam was in it because I love 90s country. John Favreau seems to bring Peter Billingsley along, who is the kid from A Christmas Story. He's Ralphie. He seems to be in a lot of John Favreau movies that he's either acting in or directing. I don't know what the relation is between Peter Billingsley and John Favreau. Maybe John Favreau just loves A Christmas Story.
I can't tell you the exact connection, but I can tell you this. So John Favreau put Peter Billingsley in Elf because he likes the nostalgia stuff. And and then Peter Billingsley helped produce Iron Man. Basically, Peter Billingsley created the Marvel Universe.
Was he in 3?
He was Iron Man 1 and 3. Or no, Iron Man 1.
He was like an evil scientist.
No, it was Iron Man 1, and then it was in the Spider-Man movie. I think it was the second Spider-Man movie, the one Far Away, something like that.
It's crazy the little connections they make in Marvel. You got blink and don't miss it. But he was in Couples Retreat with them.
Yeah.
Elf, The Breakup. He was in a lot of But
is he a Chicago guy?
Huh?
Is he a Chicago guy?
Well, A Christmas Story was based in, Hammond, Indiana, which is Hammond, which is based in northern Indiana, Chicago suburbs.
Yeah.
Stuff. And Vince Vaughn's from Chicago, is a Chicago guy. So that's why I'm wondering if if there's like a big connection of nostalgia like you're talking about. Maybe he loved The Christmas Story or something like that.
I know who Katie Mixon is now.
I do too.
She was April Big Cannons in Eastbound and Down.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
She was doing a show
and she was in a sitcom
with Diedrich Bader.
No.
Yeah, she was in a sitcom with Diedrich Bader. He was her husband.
Is that the guy's name?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was thinking of the big girl. I think she's skinny now. What's her name?
I'm trying to find.
But Mike and Molly.
American Housewife?
With Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, she was in that too.
Yeah, who was big for a while. Like a big name for a while. Like, there's a lot of names in the 2010s that just kind of fell off. I don't know what happened. But Four Christmases wasn't a bad movie. I don't have any problem with that movie. Again, I'm not looking at it as one of those classic movies either that I would watch with the family. But maybe Christmas Vacation has some language and stuff like that. Maybe that it could fall in that. Because Four Christmases is one I would watch again. He bought him a satellite, and they're putting on the roof, and he's trying to impress his dad and his family and stuff like that. Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall. Christmas is a pretty good movie. I will give you that one. That's right on the edge there, where maybe that could be a classic one, but it's not talked about.
Well, and I think if you put Kristen Chenoweth in any movie, it's it's bound to be great. I love Kristen Chenoweth, and she's been in a lot of these Christmas movies lately. She always plays like this, like either drunk, slutty aunt or like the bitchy mom. She was in that.
Yeah.
What was that one with Lindsay Lohan? It was a Christmas movie, something about the exes. I can't remember.
It came out like a couple years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, didn't it?
I thought it was last year, actually.
I don't think
Hold
so.
Let me see.
I don't know. My phone's not even.
Another one I would say is pretty good is the Anna Kendrick one that was on Disney, the Elf one.
Oh, yeah, Noelle. I like that movie.
That was a pretty good one too, and had Bill Hader in it, who's good and everything. I will give that one. I could probably see watching that in 20 years with grandchildren. Billy Eichner's in it. That was a pretty good one. There's a couple modern day movies that were okay. The Christmas Chronicles I thought was Christmas Chronicles does have that classic Christmas
like that
feel to it that I can watch with the kids.
The first one gets a little weird towards like the third act. The elves like pissed me off. I'm like, this is just annoying. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Other than that, the movie was pretty good.
It felt like it was missing something, but I don't hate it.
Exactly. Like I like the movie. I mean, I love Kurt Russell. And the second one was pretty good too.
I can tell you which one is not good. Merry Little Xmas that Adam forced me to watch.
I got you to watch that.
He texts me and he goes, Steph, I think you'll like this. You should try it. And I was like, all right, I've got nothing else to do. I'll pop it on. I was waiting for it to get good. It never did.
I was right about Nigel though. I admit it.
Yeah, but he wasn't that funny. I like Chet better. Chet was more my speed.
Chet was pretty good.
Chet made the movie funny.
See, I like Nigel because he was this big like Harry Potter nerd. Like, I mean, his job was a Harry Potter tourist or tour guide, and everybody just like hates him so much, and that's what makes it really funny. But maybe it's just from my perspective. But
I guess it must be good if it has Melissa Joan Hart.
It's got Melissa Joan Hart, Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah. And what's up with that?
That's the other thing. Melissa Joan Hart comes onto my screen and I was like, Adam, I dislike her a lot. Why would you make me watch a movie?
I know you dislike Sabrina. I didn't know you dislike Melissa Joan Hart.
Well, yeah. Melissa Joan Hart screams B movie. I'm sorry.
Sure.
C movie at best.
It was, I'm trying to think. It was like quasi Hallmark.
That's
probably a little better.
That's what I was saying a couple weeks ago, that Netflix hasn't like released some of these good like Christmas Chronicles and Klaus and stuff like that. They've released a couple good ones the last few years, and it's all been like Hallmark type stuff this year.
And I want to point out in this Merry Little Xmas movie, Alicia Silverstone, if you're ever listening to this podcast, I want you to mark this down. You are such an environmental green person. You're vegan. You're all these things. But your husband in the movie, ex-husband, whatever, he's wearing a Canada Goose jacket. They literally are known for torturing geese and like very gruesome displays of torture of these poor animals. And your husband in the movie is wearing one, but you're sitting here spouting green peace and you want to do all this shit. It doesn't make sense. That's a plot hole. Maybe you should have done your research. Horrible job on your part.
Or maybe geese are where she draws the line. She's like, fuck geese.
All these celebrities are trying to reduce carbon emissions while flying around in their private jets. So I don't think they really care about what they...
But that was her whole... That was like her whole premise in the movie. She's like, I'm trying to be green and I'm trying to do all these things and I'm, environmental and I help everybody and I do solar panels and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to go and be a green architect. Like that was her whole thing. Meanwhile, Oliver Hudson is standing next to her in a Canada Goose down jacket.
Steph has some very strong feelings about this. I believe Alicia Silverstone in real life is pretty like...
hippie.
Yeah, she's kind of on that side. I saw something about I saw an article about her where she would feed her kids like a bird or something. Like she would chew her food and then spit it in their mouth. Like it was something fucking weird.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Alicia Silverstone would chew her food and then like spit it in her kid's mouth like a baby bird. I don't know. She seems kind of crazy. It's one of those like crazy Hollywood things that helps digestion. I don't know. It's fucking weird, but
That's disgusting.
It's because they're all lizard people.
yeah.
Anyways, one movie I think should get some love is Harold and Kumar Christmas.
That was a good movie.
Christmas movie.
I will give you that.
And the reason is always with any Harold and Kumar movie is Neil Patrick Harris. Where like he's trying to get with the girl and she's like, I thought you were gay. He goes, gay for that pussy.
Yeah.
That's like one of
It was
the funniest lines of all time. It's such a simple line, but it just hits me in the right spot.
It's because of his delivery. That's what it is.
Yes.
Like it's just so almost out of character for him.
Is the reason, or Neil Patrick Harris is the reason to watch a Harold and Kumar movie. I'm going to say that right now. If it wasn't for Neil Patrick Harris, it wouldn't be rewatchable.
Yeah, he does make that good. There's another one that's similar to that.
Danny Trejo was in that too.
Night Before, I didn't really like.
I don't know.
I mean, it's Seth Rogen playing the same character he always plays. Let's be real here. But the wife in the movie, I always forget her name. I love her. I think she's one of the funniest actresses out there. Give me a second and I will Google.
I just am not a big fan of Anthony Mackie. Sorry, Captain America and Falcon. Anthony Mackie, every time I see him in interviews and stuff, he's like trying to be really funny, like trying really hard to be really funny. And he just annoys the hell out of me. I feel like he would annoy the hell out of me in person. Lizzie Kaplan was in it.
Jillian Bell is the name of the wife, and she makes that movie really funny. I mean, everything she's been in.
Oh yeah, she's funny.
22
Nathan
Jump
Fielder's
Street.
in it. I might have to rewatch that because of Nathan Fielder.
You know, it's a better movie than that, but along the same lines, Office Christmas Party.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
I love that movie. Jason Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if I watched it or not.
It's so funny. I haven't watched it in a while, but it's so good. It just gets fucking wild. And Jennifer Aniston's in it.
No one wants to see that.
I actually didn't realize that was your cat at first, and I got very nervous. I was like, "What is behind you? Do we alert you? Do we
My
not?"
baby tripod.
But yeah, that was a really good movie. I like that one. And there's a lot of Christmas movies that don't get enough love because we do talk about the same ones every year on here. It'll probably be the same next year until we remember like we did this already.
Well, that's good. That's good that we're more focused on modern day movies so we can rehash because we know you guys are White Christmas. I'm a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. We know the Die Hard shtick. We know the Lethal Weapon, which I do want to bring up. They are making a final Lethal Weapon.
I saw that.
Mel Gibson is doing it, and oh my god, I will go to the theater to see. I swear to God, Lethal Weapon is the greatest movie series of all time. I will go to that, which is a Christmas movie as well, not talked about nearly as much as Die Hard.
No, but if we're going to talk about Die Hard, we should talk about Violent Night because
Did you finally watch that?
I did. I watched it after I had my vasectomy. I was laid up on the couch. I'm like, I'm going to watch this movie now. And it was so good.
TMI.
Not TMI.
Yeah. Vasectomy. And, just put that in everyday conversation.
Hey, you know what? They cut in. They tied some stuff off. They did a little bit of, what I want to say searing, but that's not the right word. That's what you do with the steak. Cauterizing, they did a little cauterizing, a little tying, and I laid on the couch with.
I don't need to know all the details.
I'm just sharing. Okay, I'm just sharing my life with you, my friend. But anyways,
and your sister.
I'm glad.
That's fine.
I'm glad I got an update on your testicles.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yep. No more. No more.
Well, if it goes through, because that stuff fails.
Well, that's why I have to go do
Michael-
the secondary test. I have to go to the lab. I was going to do it the other day, but I called the people because the instructions weren't clear. And I'm like, so can I just come and drop a sample off? And they're like, well, actually, you have to make an appointment. I'm like, for what? What do I have to make an appointment for? They're like, well, you can bring the sample, but then you have to schedule an appointment to drop it off. I'm like, that seems a little ridiculous. But in any case, I'm scheduled for next week. So Christmas Eve, I'm gonna take a sample down to Highland Park and we'll verify that everything took. So,
yeah.
Well, is your wife pregnant?
no.
Well, then yeah, it took. You're good because you guys get pregnant just looking at each other. I feel like
Damn it,
I
Kat.
am very good at that. So,
that's that's gross.
yeah. Anyway, so it's gonna be fun. Like Christmas Eve, like in the morning, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna take a sample down, and then I'm gonna come back, eat some food, and open presents. It's gonna be a good day.
All
Yeah.
right.
Anyways, you were
That's-
saying about Violent
Yeah.
Night.
Violent Night.
Going back to the
Yeah.
Christmas movies.
Well, so yeah, let's stop talking about my semen. Let's talk about Violent Night. Don't make it weird stuff. But yeah,
And
so
he's
okay.
listening, and he's very proud.
I was thrilled by the movie because it is Die Hard. It even has a bunch of stuff that in it that kind of ties into Die Hard a little bit, just like fun little Easter eggs. But it was Die Hard with Santa Claus instead of a New York Cop,
And Home Alone.
and Home Alone. A little bit of Home Alone was in there.
Yeah, a lot of bit of Home Alone was in there.
David Harbour was great in it. He plays
Yeah.
Santa. John Leguizamo was in it as the bad guy. Not enough movies are following the Die Hard formula, and I'm talking about original Die Hard, not all the sequels. But
Right.
not enough movies follow that. And I was so pleasantly surprised that this was good and wasn't even just like a cheap knockoff. Like they actually took their time and made a good movie. They showed like a little bit of Santa's background where he was like a Viking or some shit, swinging a hammer around, swinging a giant war hammer around. But he like, it's great because it kind of starts off like, because he almost forgot who he was when he was a warrior, and then like gets kind of forced in. Because I mean, he shows up to this house drunk. We'll put it that way. And as like he kind of gets into the shit, like he kind of starts remembering who he was and stuff, and he gets fucking brutal killing these guys. And because he's very reluctant, he's trying to get out of the house. He's trying to get away from the whole situation, but then like kind of gets drawn into like, he wants to save the family. So, but yeah, I mean, he gets pretty fucking brutal, and it's awesome. It is everything you want in a violent Christmas movie.
But it did have a connection to Vacation. Beverly D'Angelo's in it.
Yes, Beverly D'Angelo was in it as
So they definitely,
asshole mom.
Yeah, they definitely tied it to a lot of Christmas themed movies.
Yeah.
And
even
I really liked how they used the chimney.
Yeah, that was great.
That I think that was very fitting. Definitely used a lot of Santa Claus lore and stuff like that, real Santa Claus lore and stuff like that. I just keep thinking about the scene where like the nail goes through his head. That just sticks in my head. Like, oh,
yeah,
that was definitely a Home Alone.
That was great.
Reference. So yeah, Violent Night I will watch again, because it's got a little bit of everything that I like in a Christmas movie. Not wholesome family movie, but a little bit of Die Hard, a little bit of Home Alone, Santa Claus, magic. The terrorists. Has a little bit of everything I want in a Christmas movie.
I did like that they started him off as kind of more of like, the action style of the fights was very similar to John McClane in Die Hard, where it was like almost like he was a regular guy, but like a little bit more of a badass. Like, his fights seem like he could be in real danger at all times. I think that's what I like I like that style of filmmaking. When they come in and they're like just Steven Seagal and they just like hit everybody and they fall down and there's no real threat, it's not as much fun. It's a lot more fun to watch him like kind of brawl and duke it out with somebody for a few minutes, How
dare you
Go ahead and say it about Steven Seagal.
The name of one of the greatest movies of all time, Under Siege. How dare you,
Okay.
sir? Steven Seagal is a national treasure.
I think there's one movie that he was in that I actually liked, and it was Executive Decision. And part of it was because of his fake death that happens. Like, it's just so badly done. It's hilarious.
Don't let me go off on Steven Seagal movies, because I love Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme. I loved them in the 90s.
I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. Steven Seagal is a douche.
Everything you hear about him now, he's a piece of shit. Did you hear about him on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Where like he's taking it very seriously. Like everything, he's just comedically serious about himself.
Yeah. Yeah, and John Leguizamo from same movie, Executive Decision, like he was telling like some behind the scenes stuff, was just talking about how much of an ass he was to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, but John Leguizamo's always been annoying to me.
I love him. He's great.
Of that, what was that first movie he did?
The Pest.
It was like the Pest. Like,
not a great movie.
That's why he was always annoying to me, because of The Pest. Sure. Well, Romeo and Juliet too. He kind of had an annoying character, which again, another 90s movie that probably a lot of us watched 100 times.
He was good in The Menu. John Wick.
Yeah, I think he's a good actor. It's just some of his early stuff really annoyed me.
Sure. He was great in Moulin Rouge.
Stuck out to me.
He was trying to be more of a Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
But he just couldn't pull it off.
Maybe.
I think he was trying to do too much Jim Carrey and like too goofy of characters, but he just didn't pull it off right. Yeah, he got better as a serious actor. That was my thing.
I'm looking at the trailer now. It's so terrible. Him in the bath scene. Like he's trying to be Drew Carey and later Tom Green.
Yeah.
But he was in Spawn as Violator.
he was great in that as the Violator.
He was very good in that. The makeup was fantastic. Yeah. Steph. Go on, movies. Let's do one more movie.
I mean, I think I've pretty much covered the movies that, we haven't covered in the past. Christmas with the Cranks is always big in my house. So I think movie-wise, I'm good, but I know we kind of had discussed talking about what our worst Christmases are. Going back to A Christmas Story, if he says that was his best Christmas ever, that's really sad. So, like, my question to you guys, what's your worst Christmas story?
I had brought this topic up, so I'll go first. This isn't like the worst Christmas I ever had, but it's probably, when I look back on it, it's one of the funniest things that ever happened to me. So this was our second year in this house. Me and my wife, girlfriend at the time, and we were decorating for Christmas. Steph, you've probably heard this story. Actually,
I was talking to Sarah about this earlier today. Yes.
Yeah, I actually hadn't thought of this one, and then she told me, and I was like, oh, I'm going to definitely tell that story. So anyways, we were decorating the house. We had a bunch of stuff up, things on the walls, things on the shelves. Tree was up, lights were on. She was hanging ornaments. I go to put the lights up on the window, and I pull out this green string of lights, white lights, but green string. And I start putting it on our white windows. And so we get into an argument about it. She's like, no, you have to put white wire for the white windows. And I said, no, it's green wire. Who gives a shit? Like, I'm just going to put the green wires up. And it was me being resistant to change. And I was like, we did this all the time when I was growing up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways, big argument. I was blow up about it. And she's like, well, I'm just going to cancel Christmas. Like, I'd rather not fight with you. So I'll just cancel Christmas. I'm like, oh, fuck you. Like, we're yelling at each other. And so I'm like, all right, I need to cool down. I left the house, got my car, drove to the Menards parking lot down the road. And I sat there and I was like chain smoking cigarettes. I was so upset. I was like, motherfucker. Like, I'm so mad. And then, so I calmed down. I was like, all right, back to center, go home, apologize. It's stupid. Shouldn't be fighting over this. I come back to the house. I walk in the door. All the Christmas decorations were gone. The house was put back together. All the stuff that we took down was put back. All the Christmas decorations, like, it was gone. Like, Christmas had never come there. Like, it felt like I stepped through a black hole and went to yesterday. That's like, it was a little scary. And I walked in and I was like, what the fuck? Like, all of a sudden I realized, like, who my wife was and that I should not fuck with her. I was like, that was the time I learned this lesson. I was like, she just literally took the effort. Instead of just being mad and walking off and walking away from everything, she took the effort and she followed through on her promise, took down all the Christmas decorations, took the lights off the tree, wrapped them up nice and neat, took the tree apart, put it back in the bag. And she did this in like an hour, okay? This was like an hour's time. She took down all the decorations. She put them all in a box. She wrapped them up all nice and neat and everything. And she put them in our spare room and stacked the boxes and put them there. But I was a little scared for my life. And I'm sure there's people out there who definitely agree with her and whatever. But anyways, we apologize. We made it through and we put the decorations back up. But I was scared. And I think that level of fear is something that's kept me in line all these years.
Sarah
I know she'll
almost
follow
canceled
through.
Christmas.
Who do
Sarah
you
stole
agree
Christmas.
Put in the comments, 1 for Adam, 2 for his wife. 1 for Adam, 2 for his wife.
Basically, we're asking, does it matter what color lights go up on the window, or does it have to be a matching, like, white on white?
So I think for us growing up, we always had the green.
We did.
And that never, like, affected us.
No. I mean, this affected me, apparently, so.
Well, yeah.
I was enough that I started a fight over it, so.
Yeah, you made the wrong choice, clearly. Sure. But I wouldn't think anything of it, but I also don't decorate, so.
But that's the year Sarah stole Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Rick, what's your story?
Well, I can't really think of anything bad. I just know my grandma bought me a Super Nintendo and my cousin Liz a Sega. Liz got to take her Sega home. Grandma wanted me to keep the Super Nintendo at her house. And I wanted to take it home. And then she goes, fine, take it, and started crying because she wanted something for the kids to do when they were at her house. Essentially, she didn't really buy it for me. She bought it for her house and said it was mine. And so I didn't really get a Christmas present. Man, just even talking about it sounds like childhood trauma.
That's some trauma right there, for sure.
Yeah. It brings up angry feelings.
Rick's sad now.
No, I'm not. But I do remember when I was in Afghanistan, we were all away from our family. Okay, so I know this is all sad. During Christmas time, but they did have, it was in Fob Lightning, I believe I was at. I seem to remember Fob Lightning, which was on the far west side of Afghanistan, Herat. And it was cool because they had one of Genghis Khan's castle right there outside the Fob. It was kind of cool. But they had a cutout of Santa Claus and some elves and reindeer. And I did a little photo op of me and Santa saving Afghanistan. So I'd say that was probably a better, more happy Christmas story. Bad Christmas story because I didn't really get to be with my family. But I got to save Christmas with Santa Claus in Afghanistan.
I love it. Good for you.
Yeah.
Yep. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know I saved Afghanistan Christmas.
With Santa.
Christmas, which they definitely celebrate. Actually, in that part, was it that part of the country? Yeah, in that part of the country. No, it was the east side, because west side's where Pakistan's at. It was east side, and they actually had like stoplights and stuff in town there because they actually had Americans living there. So they probably did have some Christians celebrating Christmas right there in town. So, yeah, I saved the Christians in Afghanistan for the Christmas with Santa Claus. It really happened.
Nice.
Nice. Steph, what's your story?
So Adam, you were involved in this one.
Sweet.
Every year we would go to our grandma's house for Christmas Eve. It's my mom's side of the family. It was a big thing. She had stockings. She put on this beautiful meal. There was a mini bar downstairs she would set up. People would drink, whatever. I think, I was in my younger 20s ish, and we're all sitting there hanging out with the cousins, and my one cousin started acting a little funny, slurring his words, getting really tired, falling asleep in weird places. And I was like, oh, he must have just had too much to drink. Didn't think anything of it. Adam and I were kind of hanging out with him. I think you guys were out smoking or something together. Well, later on in the night, I believe this is how the story goes. Maybe I'm misremembering. Our mother comes over and starts blaming us that we got our cousin too drunk and we gave him a bunch of drugs and we drugged him up, and that's why he was acting weird. Mind you, Adam and I are sober. We hadn't been drinking, clearly not doing drugs. We are coherent. And she's like, you guys did this to your cousin. We all know that you guys got him messed up and got him drunk and gave him drugs. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Go through our stuff. We don't have any drugs to give him. So we were accused of drugging our cousin and then getting him drunk. Well, then our other cousin decided to say, she's like, he's on coke. He's on cocaine. And I was like, he definitely is not on cocaine, because that is the opposite of what cocaine does. She's like, no, I know it's cocaine. And I was like, I know what cocaine is, and that ain't it. And that got me in a little bit of trouble too. But anyway, it was Adam and I were accused all night of drugging our cousin. And we had still to this day, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we don't know what he took or what happened, but it did not involve us, because we were all checking on him, dude, you okay? So he was sitting there by the fireplace looking like he was about to pass, and he had one or two drinks. So there was something else involved. But yeah, I just remember me and you got accused of giving him something. I'm like, I don't do drugs. I've never done drugs. I don't know why you're yelling at me about this. And, but it was because we, for some reason in that group,
I couldn't see Adam doing that. Maybe Steph, but not Adam. Adam's an altar boy.
Here's the thing.
Would never do
I don't do drugs. I don't like drugs.
That would 100% be a fair assessment, and I don't disagree with you that I would 100% be the one, because I live a loose lifestyle. I get it. I'm in the bar industry.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Shut up. But I don't do drugs, and I hadn't been drinking. So it's don't you think I would have been on that same level?
I don't think you would do that either. I'm just saying, I know for sure Adam would do it. And yes, I think you have, I've heard your stories. And if anybody was going to do it between you two, it would be you, but I don't think you would do it either. I think you would have common sense.
Well, it was, I don't know. There was 11 cousins, right? There was 11 of us. And for some reason, me and Steph took the blame out of all 11 people. I guess we were the bad seeds of those 11 people, right?
We were the Kevins.
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah. We're we didn't do shit. He had 2 drinks and we don't know what the fuck happened. We were trying to make sure he was okay.
Yeah, roofied.
And it went on, though, into the next day where we are still getting blamed and yelled at, and we're we didn't do anything. And I think our parents finally believed us. They probably searched our stuff or something, and we're like, no, this wasn't them.
Well, I think he ended up going to rehab or something for something like that. A month or something later, and they were finally oh yeah, maybe it wasn't you guys. And we're like, that's cool.
Crazy though, that they're instead of saying, oh, he took something willingly, that they have to single out and blame somebody else and then not believe you when you say you didn't do it. That is ultimate denial and enabling right there as a substance abuse counselor.
Well, no, so it was our parents that accused us of doing it. It wasn't their parents.
Well, we don't. I'm pretty sure everybody. I think all the aunts and uncles started to think that we did it, and I think that's how it came down. And mom and dad came after us, and we were like,
I doubt your parents just thought you did it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling that
Right.
somebody put it in their ear because we were hanging out with him. That happened. Now, funny enough, I am closer to this cousin now. Years later, we actually live up the street from each other, and I brought that up one Christmas, and one time we were hanging out. He goes, "Yeah, I remember that. Sorry about that." I still don't know what he took or anything, but he
It was
did
a-
apologize.
It was a downer of some sort.
It
You're a
had to have
better
been like
man
a
than me because I would have kicked his ass.
had to have been like
But
an
anyways.
opiate or something like that. But
I have a short fuse, as you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, like he didn't accuse. Like we just got accused by people. For whatever reason, I
Yeah,
guess we
but,
were the
like-
bad eggs.
Why isn't he like they didn't do it?
Well, he was kind of fucked up at the time.
Yeah, I don't think he could speak
Yeah,
at
but
the
the
time.
next day, did he wake up?
I don't know if he knew that we were getting blamed for anything at the time. Maybe he did. I don't know.
No, I don't think he did. Because when I told him, he was like, "Oh, he's like, I really didn't know that was going on."
Yeah.
And like
okay.
he would have like flat out
I
said
still
it.
would
So
have kicked his ass.
yeah,
for doing it.
He's a good guy. I like him.
he is a good guy. And it was just kind of like that kind of ruined my Christmas Eve because I'm like, I am getting accused of something I didn't do. Now, if I had done it and got caught, that's a whole nother story. That's fine. I got caught. But like, we didn't do it.
Well, we were all in our late teens, early 20s, like all of us. So who knows what anybody was doing at that time, you know?
Yeah, but it's always funny because like at all these family get-togethers, I'm the one that doesn't drink.
Yeah.
And I'm
You
always
really
the
don't.
one that's like the bad.
Well,
The bad-
someone's
the black
roofing
sheep.
things. I wouldn't drink either at your family.
Fair enough.
I do want to make one mention before we go, other than that Christmas Vacation is the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
You mean White
John-
Christmas?
Huh?
You mean White Christmas?
Like Christmas, yeah.
No, you're saying it wrong.
Yes.
John Cena had his final match. I always thought he was a hack anyways. He sounds like a nice enough guy, I guess. So he tapped out to Gunther, which is a top heel these days, bad yet. And a lot of people were mad that Triple H, who is in charge of creative decisions, just to get you guys up to speed, used to be a big wrestler. I'm sure you heard of Triple H, to Generation X. They're all like, "Oh, we're gonna kill Triple H" and stuff like that, because John Cena tapped out and it was never give up. And then people tried telling me I don't know wrestling. You don't know how wrestling storylines work. You don't think they had Gunther tap out John Cena for the heat that you're giving him. You would be the people that would be mad that Hulk Hogan slammed Andre, the guy that shouldn't have been body slammed. So I just want to say that really quick, that wrestling fans generally ruined wrestling, at least for me. With all the whiny bullshit, crying about storylines and stuff, sit back and watch and boo and cheer the wrestlers. That's the fun thing. Stop complaining about the storylines, what creative decisions are going out. It's really, really just gotten whiny and ruined wrestling. I'm sorry. Just shut up. Anyways, that's the end of what I wanted to say about. But John Cena had his last match, and it wasn't great. It was a disappointing match, but I do like the heat that Gunther is getting.
Well, and this weekend, right? Bears play Packers, right?
Bears. Well, I don't think anybody wants to hear about the Bears, but Bears are playing the Packers, and for the number one King of the North, the Bears did take back the first place in the North after the Packers lost to the Rams, and the Bears absolutely demolished the Browns in like 8-degree weather. With some amazing throws by my boy Caleb Williams, get out the fingernail polish. And so the Bears, they're real this year. Unfortunately, so are the Patriots. And 40 years ago, coming up, the Bears and Patriots did play in the Super Bowl where the Bears demolished the Patriots. And so it could be a real possibility of the Bears Patriots after about 40 years that we see them going against each other again. But the Patriots are the real deal, though. They have a great record. Drake May, which was second overall pick after Caleb Williams, is definitely the real deal. But Caleb Williams is starting to pick up Ben Johnson's offense. We got 2 running backs that are just demolishing things. The defense is a turnover machine. 17-point differential. I think the next highest is like 12-point differential. Sorry, I'm autistic. I look up all this stuff. Anyways, yeah, the Bears can be the real deal. If they beat the Packers, then it's over. The Bears are the best team in the NFC if they beat the Packers, bar none.
Yeah, we'll have to revisit that after next week.
Yeah. Anything going on the Real Housewives of Ontario?
For the record, again, I do not watch The Real Housewives, so I do not know. I'm sure
Okay.
there is.
I've already blacked out.
All right. Well, let's take it home then.
Yeah, I mean, I think we covered a little bit of everything. We covered Christmas movies, Fallout, Supergirl, my potentially and hopefully sterile semen. So I think it's a good time to wrap up.
Yep, let's do this.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to our very special Christmas episode. And we will be back probably after the new year with a new one. So we're going to take a little break for the holidays to be with our families. And we'll see you next year.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, level up, guys.